Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for Monday, May 19, 2025. In the next episode, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Masinswood, make amends. Meanwhile, Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, season opening to Carter Walton's, Lawrence St. Victor Hart. Just when Hope was reeling over Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, impending death, she made a confession. Hope told Liam she didn't want to spend any more time separated. Liam gently let her down and encouraged her to reunite with Carter. Hearing those words meant a lot to Carter, but then Hope kept talking. Hope insisted that she was in love with Liam, which seemed to crush and devastate Carter. After hearing Hope's words, Carter ran back to the office. Carter grabbed Daphne, and the two went to his place to talk alone. Carter ranted about how he gave up everything for Hope, and she just threw him away. Carter's heart is broken, but he also doesn't have all the information. In the meantime, Daphne will tempt Carter to get closer to her. While Carter might get closer to Daphne, Hope won't be too far behind. At some point, Liam is going to push Hope to go meet Carter and make things right. Hope will probably find Carter and Daphne together, though. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next episode reveal that Steffy and Hope will make amends. Steffy will likely talk to Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Eric Forrester, John Cook, about bringing Hope's line back to FC. After all, Steffy and Hope finding peace is really important to Liam. If Steffy offers Hope's fashion line back, it could raise the eyebrows of Ridge, Eric, and perhaps even Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Steffy might cover and say it's time to set an example for the kids, or the past is in the past. Eric will be all for it, but Ridge and Brooke could get suspicious. However, at some point, things are going to get complicated. For one thing, what happens if Hope and Carter drift back together? What if Daphne tries to sabotage Harter? Bringing Hope back to the company is one thing, but will things really be any different from before opening scene? A new beginning at Forrester. The early morning sun pours through the windows of Forrester Creations. The fashion house buzzes quietly, early enough for peace, but just late enough for destiny to stir. In the executive suite, Ridge Forrester stands before the iconic Sketches wall, hands in his pockets, eyes scanning designs both old and new. He's waiting. Then, click-clack, a soft knock. Daphne Douglas, the newly hired consultant and fashion prodigy from New York, enters dressed in crisp ivory and sharp confidence. Her eyes widen as she takes in the legendary room. "This is it," she whispers. "The beginning." Ridge smiles. "You ready to take a piece of this legacy and make it your own?" Daphne, not missing a beat, returns the smile. "I didn't come here to observe, Ridge. I came to make waves." He chuckles. "Good, we need waves. The pond's been still too long." As Ridge introduces her to the new line's concept, Daphne leans over the table of swatches. But her eyes flick toward the door every so often, watchful, curious. She knows she's not just here for fashion. There's another reason, something unspoken, something or someone. Hope's quiet struggle. Across town, at the Logan cabin, Hope Logan sits in front of her mirror, staring at her reflection as if hoping it might speak the answers she can't find herself. Her hands trace the necklace her daughter Beth made her last week. Her world feels like it's shifting again, but this time, it's not heartbreak over Liam or Thomas. It's uncertainty over who she is without them. Her brand is steady, but her soul? Less so. A knock. It's her mother, Brooke Logan, with a small tray of coffee and fruit. Hope smiles gratefully, but it's thin. Brooke sits beside her, brushing a golden strand behind her ear. "You've been quiet lately," Brooke observes gently. "Too quiet." Hope nods. "I think I'm at a crossroads, Mom. I'm not the woman who fell in love with a married man anymore. I'm not the one who tried to build a fantasy family. And I'm not sure who that makes me." Brooke kisses her temple. It makes you strong. It makes you free. And maybe it's time for a new chapter. Hope turns to her mother. I think you're right. But to begin again, I have to make peace with the past. Brooke, surprised, raises her brows. Steffy. Hope nods. It's time. Steffy's world, between trust and turmoil. At the Cliff House, Steffy Forrester finishes braiding Kelly's hair while Finn prepares breakfast in the kitchen. The domestic harmony is palpable, but Steffy's eyes have a hint of unrest. After everything with Sheila, Luna, and Liam's medical mystery, nothing has felt solid for weeks. Finn watches her, his concern evident. What's going on in that beautiful head of yours? Steffy shrugs. I'm thinking about Hope. Finn nearly chokes on his coffee. That's unexpected. She texted me this morning, Steffy explains. Said she wants to talk, really talk, woman to woman. Finn sets his mug down. Wow. You think it's a trap? No, Steffy says quietly. I think it's real. And honestly, I want it too. We've been locked in the same cycle for too long. We're not the same girls fighting over Liam anymore. Finn nods. Then maybe it's time to stop fighting. For all of our sakes. Steffy picks up her phone, texting Hope back. Come by the office. Let's end the war. At Forrester, the unexpected alliance. Hope arrives at Forrester Creations around noon. She steps out of the elevator with poise but carries invisible armor. She doesn't know if Steffy will meet her in peace or fire. But as she approaches the CEO office, she sees something unexpected. Daphne. Their eyes meet, strangers assessing strangers. You must be Hope Logan, Daphne says, extending a hand. I've heard stories. Hope takes the hand slowly. All true, I'm sure. Daphne tilts her head. Well, I'm here to write new ones. Maybe we'll get to work together. Hope eyes her cautiously. Maybe. As Hope moves past her and into the office, Daphne lingers just a moment too long, watching. There's something about Hope that fascinates her, not fashion. Something more intimate, personal, mysterious. Inside the office, Steffy rises from behind her desk, surprisingly warm. Hope. Steffy. They sit across from each other like CEOs at a summit. There's tension, old wounds, but also the potential for healing. Hope speaks first. We've been circling the same battlefield for years. Our children deserve better. We deserve better. Steffy nods. I agree, and the truth is, I don't hate you, Hope. I never did. I hated the situation. I hated that we were trapped. I felt that too, Hope whispers. Always competing, always defending, always hurt. Steffy's voice softens. Then let's end it. Let's not just make peace. Let's build something stronger. Hope looks up. You mean like, actually working together? A smile plays at Steffy's lips. Why not? Let's show the world what happens when Logan and Forrester unite. He leans over her shoulder. This new line, it feels different. Lighter. Freer. Because I am, she replies. He grins. You thinking of a rebrand? Hope shrugs. Maybe. Hope for the future has always been about conscience, but maybe it should also be about courage. About becoming. About women like me, finding our own way after heartbreak, betrayal, chaos. Zent's eyes sparkle. Then call it what it is. Hope pauses. Then writes 3 words at the top of the page. Hope begins here. Back in the shadows. Daphne's hidden agenda. As the Forrester family buzzes about the potential collaboration between Hope and Steffy, Daphne listens from the corridor, her phone pressed to her ear. A voice on the other end, cold, male, and familiar. Well, he asks. They're bonding, Daphne replies. Just like we thought. The voice growls. Then it's time to wedge them apart. You know what to do. She smirks. Let the games begin. She hangs up, tucks the phone into her bag, and saunters toward the design room where Hope and Zend are laughing about an old marketing fail. She knocks. Room for one more on this next chapter? She asks sweetly. Hope smiles. Of course. Zenda gestures toward an open chair. Welcome aboard. Daphne smiles, but it's a mask. Inside, she's already planning her first strike. Closing scenes. Seeds of the future. Ridge and Brooke share wine on the Forrester rooftop as the sun sets. He updates her on Daphne's arrival and Hope and Steffy's truce. Brooke looks hopeful, maybe even proud. Maybe the next generation will do better than we did, she says wistfully. Ridge nods. Maybe they already are. Elsewhere, Liam stands alone on the beach near his house, watching the tide roll in. He holds a letter from Hope, a letter he hasn't yet opened. He knows it's not a love letter. It's closure. He hesitates, then tears it open. His face twists, not in anger, but in sadness. And maybe, acceptance. I let her go, he whispers. Final scene. The glance that could change everything. Back at Forrester after hours, Daphne walks alone through the design floor. She pauses before one of Hope's new sketches. She touches it gently. I see you, Hope, she murmurs. And soon, you'll see me. Behind her, Finn walks past with medical folders. He notices Daphne staring. Their eyes meet. Something electric crackles between them. Finn's brow furrows. He doesn't recognize her, not really. But there's something hauntingly familiar in her eyes. And Daphne. She smiles as if she knows exactly who he is. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFULUPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.